Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. Complete to number 7, Bucky Irving. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Irving. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Buccaneers sit 8-4 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Second and 4. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Amos. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Quick hitch, complete. It's Smith. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 tight, 19 tight. Cup 19, Cup 19, Mustang 19. Scoop.
Now Daniels. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And it's 3-0 Washington. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
32-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Irving. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple. Once again, it's Irving. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brady, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
At the 30-yard line.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Okay, ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 and 7 in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Let's go now. 19, 18, go.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Christian Watson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. Powering his way forward. Still on his feet. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, look at the juke. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. We'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Daniels looking to throw. And Watson has it right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
On the ready. 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneers. 19 tight. Come 19. Panther 60.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Play fake here on first down. And a throw right sideline is complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They're going to look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
60 Bisons.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On first and 10, here's Irvin. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man is Ibuka. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Dragon 60, 70, 19, Warriors 70, 75, Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, as we start the 3rd quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. about 22.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On the
Second down and 8.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready?
Here's Daniels. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ready, set. Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ready.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
After that run for a first down, I don't know the confidence can be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Daniels. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Cougar 19.
To throw is Daniels. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. In motion left is a running back. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. And it is caught. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Bucs strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To the air goes Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Daniels. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Daniels. down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Second down.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. That is incomplete.
I think we're both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get them the completion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. He'll look to throw. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ibuka, 35 yards. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They'll try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24, Commanders 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. This is 1st and 10.
Lion. Come on. Hit. Hogan 19. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Clock Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Right side to Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10.
Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go. Gotta be lying.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And throw in the books is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. They go play action. Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Well, the defense circling now, 4th down and 7. Daniels going to throw for it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
1st and 10.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score.